there's a reason that we call this the AI brain. And that name was really intentional because the single hardest problem in all of productivity, forget AI for a second. It's not time, it's not technology, it's not money. Really absorb this. The biggest problem in productivity is getting things out of your brain, getting things out of your head. This is why you can't delegate. It's why you can't get real help. We're telling ourselves it's the money. It's usually not. It's that all of your know-how, your career capital, your preferences, your context, all the skills that you've built over decades is trapped in your head. You are the only one who really knows how to do things in the right way, the way it needs to be done. So you keep just doing it forever. So the whole idea of the AI brain is let's get it out of your head into a repository that you and only you own. Not Claude, not ChatGPT, not Demir, not Carrie, not Frida, that you own and you control 100%. And the beautiful part is, this is so simple. It's just folders and files, gang. I'm going to show it to you in a second. It's just folders and files. Anybody here scared of folders and files on your desktop? I don't think so. It's not inherently scary. And the beautiful part here is because it's just folders and files, it's not just good for AI, it's actually great for your teams. We were surprised to find that once we started organizing a folder file system for our AI to plug into, it actually turned out to be just as powerful for our people. So now I'm pointing not just my AI at the AI brain, I'm also pointing my people so that they know where to find things, and we actually are more organized as a result of it. I told you it was stupidly simple. Let's look at the screen and the slides, right? I'm going to compress like 2 years of building this thing into just a couple slides. So at first, the big aha moment was, I need context documents. Who here is like already over that? You're past that. You're like, I need to tell AI about my business. I need to tell about my voice and my brand. I need to have a markdown file for my offers and my pricing. It's so simple because we moved from good prompts to prompts plus context. I just started with a folder on my desktop where I store all my context files. Who here, just say me if you already have this. You have a folder on your Google Drive or your desktop where you store your context files. Yeah, simple, right? It's obvious a lot of people are already doing it. If you're not, maybe think about doing that. That could be the next step for you. But what happens then? Then you end up with like 100 or 200 files sitting in that folder and it gets a little bit messy. It just sort of becomes a junk drawer. So then what's the next natural thing you would do? You would start to organize it. Okay, let's put all my business documents in this folder. Let's put all my client documents in this folder. Let's put my content documents in this folder and my planning documents in this folder, right? So just
and by the way, by let's put them in the folder, what Demir means is let's tell our AIs to organize them in this folder. Okay, so you're not the one doing the organization necessarily.
Yeah, organize this. And it asks you, oh, I think it makes a suggestion. Oh, I think business, clients, content planning, those should be your folders. Great, do it. I don't care. Now, next, we started creating what we called domains. So we created a folder above all of those folders to sort of be like, well, we'll put all of our work stuff over here, and we're going to put all of our personal Demir stuff over here. We're going to put all Carrie's stuff here, and we're going to put the family stuff here. Is this making like so much stupid sense? Like it's almost like third grade level, right? Just like you start giving the AI documents, and then you have too many documents, and you need to start organizing those documents. This is just the classic folder organization problem that every organization has. Well then, and this might be a little leap for you, then you have to realize something about AI is that it loves instructions. AI is like the most genius person in the world who woke up in a hospital with amnesia. Just being like, where am I? Who am I? What should I be doing right now? And instructions are coming into that person and saying, your name's Demir. You're married. Your wife is Carrie. What you're doing right now is going to your kid's birthday party. Go. And I'll be like, oh, great. Let's go. And the one thing the AI has anybody noticed that it is so eager to please and work? It is so like, what can I do for you now? What can I do for you right now, boss? It's like a dog on a leash, like ready to go.
That thirsty
right?
AI.
So the instructions that you put in there so that when you point it to that folder system, it knows who it is. It knows who it's working for. It knows what its identity it is. It knows where it can look for things, right? So instructions are very simple, and I can show you my instructions and they'll just be like, are you kidding me? Like, that's it? That's like what was so fancy about it?
While you're pulling that up, I just addressing some maybe questions you might have is like, yeah, there is some setup involved with this. Obviously, there's some setup, right? You need to download information from your brain. You need to create context files. You need to do things like creating these AI instructions. So there is that setup work involved in order to gain the benefits long term that Demir is talking about, right? And the benefits will come so fast, it's like 100% worth it. But yes, obviously, it's not just like turnkey where today you don't have anything and tomorrow you have like everything, but it's very simple to put together.
Yeah. And of course,
but you just have to do it once, like with the main themes, right? And then it just pays off.
Totally. So here's my instructions. This file is read at the start of every session with every AI you're working with. It carries who I am, how I work, and what I care about. Load order, this is boring stuff, but I'll just go through it. It's context depth rule, document types at a glance, identities, Demir, carry gives us a little identity, routing, who's the task for, how do we work best, defaults for any AI working with me. I like direct, warm tone, no fluff. Please push back honestly. Don't over apologize. Who here hates like AI that's like, I'm so sorry I did that. It's like, no, dude, just do it. Work routing, durable project memory, roles. You don't even have to make it like, I've been doing this for 2 years. So yeah, mine's a little bit fancier and it's built out, but like, it's really just basic instructions that every AI should know. And a couple pointers like, oh, if you're looking for specific things and it's pointing it to those things. So that, my friends, is instructions. So with no further ado, so we've now got instructions. What about skills? You've probably heard of prompts though, right? Even if you haven't heard of skills, you've heard of prompts. A skill is what a prompt wants to be when it grows up. It's that simple. Because a prompt is just like, do this. A skill is do this plus all of the supporting documentation around it. Like a prompt will just be, here's your instructions. The skill is, here's your instructions, plus you'll need this bit of Python code, plus here's some HTML code, plus here's some reference documents, some research. So just think about it as a prompt plus. Or if you want a different way to think about it, it's an SOP. You see over here? It's a
I like that. I think that's
procedure.
I like that analogy.
If you've been in the Lifehack world for a long time, you know we're like absolutely nutso about SOPs. Do it once, do it right, document it, so you never have to do it again. Well, guess what? That works just as well with AI. If you do something great with AI and you realize at the end of a long chat that you did some great work, let's turn that into a skill. And blessedly, AI, if you just say that sentence, let's turn this into a skill, AI pretty much knows what you're trying to do and will help walk you through doing it, even though we have our own little special way that we do it. But the point is that in our AI brain, we started to make enough of these skills that we went ahead and created a skills folder. Now, the magic that Elle was talking about in our team is now Carrie can create a skill, Elle can run the skill, Elle can improve the skill, Elle can pass the skill back to Carrie, and we're not emailing it, we're not sending it to Asana. We do it directly in the AI brain folder, we update the skill, and now the entire team has that new, improved, upgraded skill. I am aware that Claude allows you to do this. I think it's clunky, I think it's junky, but when you build your whole business into Claude, guess what happens? If you don't like Claude so much, a week or two into the future, or if something better or something cheaper comes along, guess who you're built into now? You've got lock-in. You're trapped with Claude. I don't want lock-in. I don't even want you to be locked in with us. If you build this on Google Drive or even on a humble folder system on your computer, you are not beholden to anybody. Tomorrow, if you decide you want to go back to ChatGPT, you just go back to ChatGPT. All of your skills, all of your context documents come rolling over. Brittany was like, yes, because she understands. By the way, not only are you going to want to have both, did anybody get caught on the wrong foot when Claude had an outage recently? Where like there's this huge global outage of Claude and it was like, oh, everybody was like, Claude is out, Claude is out. I just went over to ChatGPT, pointed it in my AI brain and kept working. And people are like, wait. You can do that? You can just like keep working and just move on to another model? So you're probably thinking, do I want to be with Claude or ChatGPT? And I'm thinking, I want you to be with Claude and ChatGPT and the open source models. I want you to be able to use any model that you want, get the best service, get the best price. Okay, so here's where we are. I'm just going to review it again. So we had a simple folder. The folder became messy. Then we organized it. Then we organized it again. Then we added instructions. Then we added skills. And now we add agents. Agents are amazing. And Carrie and I have like absolutely transformed it. An agent is simply a sub. The main chat that you open up, that's an agent. Let's call it the main agent. When you point to a sub agent here, what you're really saying is that agent has their own instructions and their own documentation, and they control and manage this one thing. So Clara is our planner for clarity. Do you like that? Clara, clarity. So Clara is our planner. We've got a writer, we've got a researcher, we've got a reviewer, Kiri's got a running coach. So we've got all of these nested sub-agents, and we can speak to them directly, and they manage automations. The other thing is connectors. AI is this amazing brain, but you've got to give it hands to go out into the world, like Inspector Gadget arms and hands. And so when you connect it to Gmail, when you connect it to your calendar, when you connect it to Asana or your CRM or your Meta Ads or your Stripe, now instead of just telling you what to do, it can go do it for you. So now we have a Meta Ads agent who doesn't just take in information and tell us what is wrong. We can say, fix it, and it goes and fixes it. So this is the magic.